Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt, and I'm back with Kerbal Space Program Hard Career Mode. I have to admit that this is the third take of this episode. The first one, in the first one I made some mistakes and ended up broke. The second one went even worse, but I'll upload that as a bonus episode, though that will take a while. And yeah, if this one goes as badly as the previous two, I think I'll just give up and try again tomorrow. Anyway, in the last episode we finally got into orbit, so now we try to get a bit further towards our next goal, which is the moon. And I wanted to take a scientist with me on my trip to the moon to improve the science returns. However, as long as the scientist isn't leveled up, he doesn't give any improvements towards science returns. So, first thing in this episode, I want to get a scientist into orbit. And when we're making a craft that gets 3 Kerbals into orbit, because I'm also taking my engineer with me, then we might as well get some money or some funds out of it. So what I will do is gather science data from space around Kerbin. And as the next thing, I'm gonna upgrade the Gagarin a bit. Yeah, as I said, I did this episode, or I did this twice already, so by now I know what I'm gonna do. However, I think I'll do that in a time-lapse kind of thing, as in speeding up the video while I build, and then I'm gonna bring you back in when I'm done. Okay, so we got an upgraded vessel. Scientist is looking at it. Looks a bit doubtful, whatever. Yeah, the boosters are a bit of an interesting design, but trust me, this is likely to work. No, it isn't. Because I forgot the most important part. Alright. That should work. Anyway, this has too many parts. Figures. Right. But since we are lighter on this part, we can also put in the swivel engine again. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is have Valentina fly this thing and get Bill and Bob in as passengers. Done. Got the contracts. And I got a bit of wobble here, but that's alright. That's not unexpected. I think it might be partly down to the to the clipping through the grating. So anyway, we launch. Slowly, but we launch. Yeah, the reason why I finally do use solid fuel boosters is that they improve the part count of the rocket and give nice fireworks when they collide with each other. I hope that wasn't the launch pad. No, it wasn't good. Yeah, they improve the part count of the rocket and have a higher thrust by a bit lower weight. The biggest downside, of course, is that they burn out faster, which means we may have to use the final stage a bit more than I would like. But that's alright, I did that before. It worked. Mostly. Of course, the ascent profile was a bit different then. Which is to say, actually a lot different. Which is why I'm doing such a sharp turn right now. Because the problem is, or the problem I had before, one of the problems, was that suddenly we didn't manage to get in orbit because we were we had to rely on the last engine, the LV909, too much, and yeah, that one doesn't have a lot of thrust. That means you have to burn a lot longer to get the same amount or the same increase in speed as you get with the LVT45. However, the 909 has a lot better ISP and thus a lot better fuel consumption. So yeah, if you don't fall down to Kerbin, just gonna do the crew report and transmit it. If we don't fall down to Kerbin first, we should be able to get into orbit. And first off, we are gonna burn. Burn, baby! Okay, that was our stage. And now we try to get an orbit. Since we're starting at 78 kilometers, we should be able to get close or even get into one. Although I have to admit, last time I tried that, I almost stranded everyone in orbit, so that's still something that might happen. But again, as long as we don't fall down or fall back down too far into the atmosphere, we should be able to do it. Should be. Maybe. Yeah. Perhaps this is going up again. I don't want that to happen actually. And we are getting back into atmosphere, which is not what I wanted to happen now. The question is how far back into atmosphere we fall. If it isn't too far, we can still salvage this. If it is, well, we are SOL. As the term may be. Uh-oh. This doesn't like me too much. And we're out of fuel. Short of an orbit. Well, at least we got the contract. So, no, that was not the correct direction. Oops. So we got 12,000 from 12,000 funds as a return, and I'm just gonna do the physics warp, which is accelerating the time, so you don't have to wait as long until the capsule is back down. To keep the video a bit interesting. I was wondering, I had a nice effect, a nice idea for a screenshot in one of the earlier attempts, but I'm not sure which one it was. I hope it was the second one, so I can at least salvage that from it. You know, besides getting a bonus episode. But yeah. The antenna is glowing again. And we're on the parachutes. Ah, right. No, I'll wait until they're opened. Okay. So we sent Bob on an EVA. And he gets to do an EVA report while flying over Kerbin's water. Gives us 3.4 science, so at least there's that. And he's back on board. That's something I mentioned last episode, or was it already in episode 4? I'm not sure. That you can do, or that I want to do the EVA reports flying over stuff when I'm actually flying over it. Not landed or splashed down and just holding onto the capsule. Okay. Got some science, got some funds. I think we're almost where we were before I accepted the contract and did the launch, so that's good. Everybody got 1 XP, which is also not bad. And I think I'll take another contract, which doesn't pay out as well. But we got the Hammer solid fuel boosters installed anyways. And I don't think I'll take... maybe I'll take it later. Someone else. Okay. This was the craft. Val is a pilot, Bill and Bob are the passengers. And we're at the launch pad again. Still wobbly. Wibbly wobbly. Timey wimey. Okay, move this one. just do it like this. No, you're not supposed to point that direction. You're supposed to go there. Okay, that should work. Oui. The solid fuel boosters do tend to collide with each other after they're jettisoned. But yeah, that's alright. We don't need them anymore. And I'm trying to get an ascent profile that's a bit shallower than the one we had just now, but at the same time a bit steeper than the one I had in the failed episode. So that's why I'm doing this weird stuff. Don't know how successful this is gonna be, but I suppose we'll find out. Again, too high. Yeah, if you want to control the craft throttle-wise or orientation-wise, while in map view you have to open the nav ball, and the problem is that the nav ball is not up as a default, which is a bit annoying. Because you switch to map view, see that you need to adjust your throttle because you're hitting the apoapsis you wanted, and suddenly you are all over the place. Alright. I'm trying to once again get into orbit. The apoapsis is rising slowly, which isn't all that good or bad. Check the contract. Yeah, we got 3,000 funds, 1 science, which is good. Yeah, now the apoapsis is going down. Problem is we are also going down, and I hope we are not going down too fast again. But I'm fearing we are. Yeah, we're going down very quickly. I might want to switch on SAS for that. "75, 74 kilometers. Bringing down the apoapsis as well, which is still planned as long as it doesn't go below 70. And we're hitting that magic spot, I think, where we get a periapsis of... No! I ran out of fuel. Again! Damn it! Sorry. Nuts. Nuts. Fruits and nuts and everything in between. Right. So, yeah. That was Time Warp. That goes, or can go a bit faster than four times the normal speed, but you can't time warp in an atmosphere. There you have to use physics warp. However, the slow, or our shallow angle of return means it will be a while, even on 4 times the usual speed, to get anywhere near the ground. So yeah. Oops. Just saw the moon somewhere around here. There! This is where we want to go. Soon. And Minmus is also around. Nice. Speaking of Minmus, I've mentioned it in the other videos. Uh-oh. Time to jettison this stage. Yeah, I mentioned it in the other videos, or in the other attempts, but the plan I had with taking on a contract for taking Kerbal to the moon and to and another to Minmus in this kind of capsule layout is going to run into problems, because Minmus is on an inclined orbit around Kerbin. The white line is the orbit of Moon, the purple one is the orbit of Minmus, and getting this inclination right to get to Minmus is going to be problematic without having access to maneuver nodes. And I won't have access to them unless I upgrade the tracking station and maybe the mission control, which is something I just don't have the funds for at this time. But yeah, one thing after another. We are back down in the atmosphere, and yeah, that's the problem with physics warp. The drag didn't exactly center the capsule towards the retrograde marker, which means that our antenna got a bit hotter, and I think the capsules also got a bit warm. But not so much that there would be a problem. Okay, I think we're above the highlands again, which means we can do a crew report. Yep, highlands. Bob can go EVA once again. keep that data board. And time warp to the ground, where we do another crew report and another EVA report. Okay, didn't fall over, very good. Okay. So at least we got almost 8 science and 1500 funds, but no XP gain. Yeah, what? I'm considering doing some of these part contracts off camera. I think I'll do one more try. So it's gonna be a bit of a longer episode again. And I'm gonna use the next liquid fuel and solid fuel engine for this. No, that's not right. Which would give me a bit more room for fuel. Okay, this. Okay, but I noticed before that the thumper is actually a bit strong. 300 almost, that means, let's say 75%, give or take. The important part is that, okay, 76. That both boosters need to be at the same thrust, and they are very good. Yeah, that should work, I hope. Okay. Last try, I promise. Again, some wobbling. I really wish I had taken the... or I had the stability enhancer, but I don't. So that's that. Okay. Can keep the craft pointed in generally the right direction. And we're gonna see how well this one goes. Although I realize now with the extra fuel tank I maybe should have used the LVT30 engine in this case here, at this stage. Oh well. What's the worst that can happen, right? Worst that can happen is that the video doesn't get too long, because I'm messing up another launch. But yeah, I definitely need to do some fund generating contracts after this launch, because we are running low again. But I have an idea how to do them, so yeah. I have a cunning plan. Well, not sure if it's all that cunning, or if plan isn't even overselling the thought process here. But we'll see, we'll see. The problem of course is that I need to do some more videos before I get to the part where I am unable to do them for time reasons. And if I do some part tests before that, that means I won't have that time for doing videos. But we'll see how it goes. It'll all work out somehow. Right now what I wish would work out is my apoapsis. The whole getting into orbit thing, you know. But I think the apoapsis is staying ahead of us at pretty much the same rate, which is good. And it's rising, so we are still approaching orbit. Which is cool. We can work with that. And yeah, we got a whole tank of fuel. This one's running out, but as opposed to last time when at around this point we didn't have a whole lot of fuel left. And we're not even close to, not even this close to an orbit. Yeah, I think I'll throttle down. Yeah, almost a full tank of fuel. We are at 1473. But I think I'm gonna burn right now, because I want to get to about 72 kilometers. If I can, which I think isn't going to happen. Okay, this works. And at the same time we are flattening out our trajectory, which is good, because once it's flat enough it's gonna be an orbit. Yeah, I think I can burn to the horizon now. Orbit is approaching. We still got plenty of fuel left. No, we are not past the apoapsis yet. Okay, we got a periapsis. And it's at 70 kilometers. And we still got, yeah, plenty of fuel left. Which is great. Great, great, great. Not moon kind of great, but yeah. Yeah, almost 2300 meters per second. Maximum acceleration 81 meters per second. Burn time 28 seconds till we're at 0. And we're orbiting, which is great as well. Now what we're doing is waste some fuel. Because I'm not burning at the apoapsis or periapsis, I'm just burning till there's no burning to be done. Oh, moon is rising. That would be about the time I would burn towards the moon or towards the prograde vector if we were going to the moon on this launch, which we aren't. That's a bit, that's actually a bit of a rough estimate to get to the moon. You burn when it comes over the horizon. It's not very exact, but if you don't have maneuver nodes, that's the best you can do. Okay, gotta go to time warp 1. And everyone seems happy. Don't seem to be that happy with the air rushing past them, apparently, or burning past them. Merely content. Oh yeah, that's where Bill and Bob start panicking. Don't know why. You're getting back home, guys. No need to panic. I mean, sure, the parachutes aren't open yet, but that shouldn't be a problem, because they are now. And you're still panicking. I don't understand you. Ah. Now they are content. Yeah, I did get... Wait. Something's wrong with the land in the distance? Something's wrong with the ocean floor, I think. That's odd. Well, maybe not exactly wrong. I'm not so sure where we are. No, there should be land all around us, or almost all around us. So yeah, seems the graphics are glitching out a bit. Okay, 1 science, okay. Ah yeah, because it was the second craft to actually get into orbit. 2000 and some odd funds. And everyone advanced a level. That means for Bob, as a scientist, he now gets 5% more science on any flight that he is on, or on any science experiment that is transmitted home by him. Bill can repack parachutes now. He needed to get to orbit to learn that. And yeah, Valentina can also do the prograde retrograde hold now, which we might do next video. So, as I said, I think I'm gonna go do some part tests off camera to get some more funds, because we are running low again. And then we will meet, or you will, yeah, we will meet again for another shot at the moon. So, thank you and good night.